You're clearly a submission threat. 'Cause if anybody don't know, you see this brother cross the road, or you get wrapped up. You see the man cross
I like the
cross
way
the
you
road.
said that, bro.
I mean,
Yeah,
wrapped up.
yeah.
Um,
Wrapped up, bro.
hey people, what's happening? We have here Mr. Kenny Black Diamond Mokhonoana. How you doing, my bro?
I'm good, bro. How are you?
Oh man, I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm so happy. I feel so blessed to have you here, man. Since we reached out to you, you've been nothing but a gentleman. Always responds to us. Thank you so much for giving us your time and joining us on the Fight Week show today.
No, thank you, and thank you for having me on.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Fantastic. I wanna congratulate you. For signing with Bellator, a big and solid promotion like Bellator, and your next stop, it looks like, with your trajectory, taking over the whole game, man. You know, what I mean,
That's the plan, bro.
how did you feel signing with a solid promotion like Bellator?
If you told me that I was signing for Bellator 2 years ago when I made my professional debut in the time span that I've signed, I would laugh at you. Yeah, it's cool that it's very rewarding that the work I've put in is working out for me. Like obviously I've taken a lot of risks, and
Yeah.
I feel like my last fight, I've had three fights before that, but this fight is really really the start of my career, and yeah, I'm looking forward to the future.
Yeah, man. I mean, you fly out of CMAC, out there in Dublin, Ireland. What's it like? Fighting out of Ireland.
Yeah, obviously I've grown up in Ireland, but I still got that African genes. So fighting Irish and the African genes work well together. So yeah, it's good. Yeah, it's good, bro.
Yeah, man, fantastic. I mean, we know what the Irish, they love the fight game. They love the fight game is enriched in their DNA, and so is Africa. We
Mm,
see what Africa is doing right now in the fight game, and when you look at the top of the game, in terms of what Africans are achieving in there, surely that must give you inspiration to want to go out and get it.
100%. Cause like obviously, everyone has a different journey. Some
Mhm.
tougher than others. So
Right.
when I love hearing, I'm just a fan of the sport. So I
Yeah.
love when I hear like Francis Ngannou's story or someone like that comes
Mm,
from proper rock bottom,
mm,
and to see how he's risen to the top with his story.
mm.
It could inspire anybody. Yeah, it's good to see our people doing great things on the world stages, and I'm sure there's going to be many more, and hopefully the scene in Africa in MMA gets bigger, and the big shows put light on the African continent.
You've been on a roll. You've been on a roll as a pro. 4 fights, 4 submission victories, flawless. I mean, what does it feel like building a momentum like this?
Yeah, it's good. So, cause every fight, I just go into it. I always go into it with the mind frame. It's 3 rounds, but obviously you don't want to be in there too long as well. So yeah, it's worked out good so far. So hopefully I can keep this streak going. I feel like it's it's almost like when Kamzat was tearing people, you know what I mean? So they don't know what he really had at the start, you know what I mean? They don't know. People don't know, haven't seen my full game yet. So
Mm.
yeah, we'll see who can bring my full game out of me.
Coming up in your amateur career, um, you took some losses along the way, but in the fight game, it's how you learn from those losses, is what you got from them to kick you on, and we can see in your career that you've really kicked on from that time. But what was the hardest of those losses, and what did you take out of it to improve yourself to the black diamond that you are today?
I started off my amateur career. All my amateur fights was with CMAC, and it's a great gym, one of the top amateur gyms in the country and in the
Mm,
UK and Ireland scene. So thing they had to go off for, like, for all their fighters, the way they build the fighters up is pretty much they take the toughest fights at amateur. Maybe I've fought people that were a higher level than me at certain
yeah,
stages of my amateur career, which
mm,
obviously you can take a lot from
yeah,
fighting someone better than you. And back then, even I was fighting at welterweight, weighing in my
mm,
clothes and things like that.
wow,
I just wanted to get just rack up
mm,
experience in fights.
yeah,
And back then, even to get experience, I couldn't get fights.
mm,
I even just fought at my natural weight class. I tried to put on kilos to go up and fight people. And when I'm a featherweight, from fighting like 10 kilos heavier, over 10 kilos heavier,
right,
it's a big difference, you know. So all the experience and all is coming through in the fight you're seeing now. And yeah, I'm only gonna be getting better in the next fights to raise my level, so I can fight at the top of the division as well with the ranked people, AJ McKees and Pitbulls and
mm,
things. I want to be getting to there. So
yeah,
yeah, I want to be raising
cool.
my level up more.
With you newly signing to the Bellator contract, what's next for you?
I feel like I'm only 25 now, so I'm gonna listen to my team. Like, I'd love to, if they offer me a title shot right now, I would obviously love to jump on that, no doubt. You get me? But but I think I'm gonna pace myself
Mm,
and do it the smart way. Because if you look at the top of the division, they have over 30 professional fights, 20
mm,
professional fights. Then me,
mm,
I only have four. So if
yeah,
I rack up the if I rack up more experience, get 10 fights in, I'm only
yeah,
gonna help myself, and I'll be better than what I am now. So why would I fight them now when
mm,
in a few four fights I'm gonna be even more better than I am now? You know what I'm trying to say?
yeah, man. Can you tell us something cool about competing for Bellator as to some of the other promotions that you've competed for?
Yeah, obviously Bellator is the biggest promotion by far that I've ever fought for. So being on Bellator, I'm a fan of the sport, like I said. So
Yeah,
me, I watch fights like on my like just for like when I'm watching TV or something, when I'm on
yeah, man.
YouTube just chilling
Mm,
on myself. So I watch fights, and obviously I'm a big fan of Bellator and a lot of Bellator fighters. So um fighting for them is cool. Obviously, right now I feel like I have to be take take this as like it's my career, and I have to turn off
mm,
that fan in me. So and tell myself, like, I'm at these level, I can beat these people as well. So
yeah,
yeah, it's cool, but I feel like it as well. I have to turn off that fan in me and be a competitor, and take my career first over being
yeah.
a fan of the sport. You know.
Can you tell us how the people you care about has inspired you in the fight game?
Yeah, obviously, yeah. My family is everything to me. So yeah, they without them, I wouldn't be able to fight.
Mm,
It's easy. Like, most people just see the fighter in the cage, and it's just them alone in there. But the weeks and the preparation to get there and everything else, with, like, obviously it's expensive to keep, like, eating good food and training the right way and recovering, and your mentality and making the right decisions. So I don't think, like, anyone can do it all themselves. So you need people around you. You need it, not just my family. I have a good team around me that is helping me get to these big stages, and obviously my family guiding me in the right direction as well in other ways, and it helps in the fight as well. So if I was just doing it by myself, I
mm,
don't think I'd be as successful as
mm,
I am. And obviously my family inspire me. My brother's a fighter as well, seeing how
yeah,
well he's done.
mm.
Um, it's obviously inspired me to do the same myself.
You're clearly a submission threat. 'Cause if anybody don't know, you see this brother across the road. or you get wrapped up. It's simple as that. Trust me.
I like the
Trust
way you
the word.
said that, bro.
I mean, get
Yeah,
wrapped up.
yeah.
Um,
Wrapped up, bro.
I mean, some of the submissions that you've achieved, that you've been able to pull off in the octagon is crazy. Rear naked chokes, triangle chokes. I even got one here. It says Bravo choke. I mean, you've got you've got all kind of chokes under your belt. Is there any submission that you've been trying to nail down in the octagon, and you haven't really people haven't really seen it yet, but you've been dying to do it. You just ain't had the opportunity to do it yet.
I've been actually getting a lot of flying triangles lately in training, but it
Oh,
hasn't. It is a risky one because you'll be landing on your back, So
yeah,
it is a risky one, but I feel one day, one day I'll try hit it. But I feel like if I try force it and look
yeah,
for submission, I feel like it won't come. It's like
yeah,
when someone is overly aggressive trying to knock someone out, it usually
mhm,
doesn't come,
yeah,
So
yeah.
let it flow in there, and then yeah, let them give me their neck, pretty much.
Fantastic. Can we expect to start seeing some finishes on the feet soon as well? Is this
I
is
feel
that
like
something
it
you've been working
will
on?
happen as well. 100%. I'm working on every part of the game. I feel like the key in this game to be have the most success is to be well rounded and th-
Yeah,
I'm sure there will be a day where I won't be able to submit someone as easy, and I'm gonna need to whip out my other skills. So that's what I'm saying. I'm trying to say like we'll see who is the man to do that
mm,
and to make me dish out other facets of my game, make me deal with
yeah.
adversity and other things.
Quick sidebar question here. What's your opinion on McDojos?
Obviously, in my last fight in Bellator, I've gotten more messages than usual. Obviously, it's a bigger show and that, and
Yeah,
I didn't real when I'm competing, I'm just competing, but I don't
yeah,
realize the effect it has on other people, and people are sending me messages that
yeah,
actually you know what I mean?
yeah,
Like
man.
I like the message some people are sending me it's mad to me because I'm just doing like a sport and I'm just trying to compete, reach my
Yeah,
goals. But yeah, people are asking me how do I do this? How can I get started in MMA? What should I do? And asking me for advice.
yeah.
When yeah, I was saying to people that are starting up in MMA and that
Mhm.
because I've got a few questions because people are like, what should I do to get to a Bellator? Or what should I do? So I was just telling them they need to find a good team, like surround yourself with good people, obviously
Yeah,
that know their things as well, because you're not gonna get any. Like I said, like it's it's you in the cage by yourself, but you need a good team around you. So definitely find the best team. Don't rush anything, and then just keep showing up every day and learning every day. And it's a marathon, not a sprint. So don't expect to be fighting after 2 3 months. Everyone's different. Some people will fight after a year. Some people after 2 years. Just like if you get your jiu-jitsu black belt, some people
yeah.
take 10 years, some people take 6 years, so
Mhm.
everyone's journey is different, so don't compare yourself to anyone. And I was just saying that, yeah, basically just find a good team, keep your head down, and don't rush. Let the process take you wherever it takes you.
I'm just gonna shift gears a little bit now.
Yeah.
You are a football fan and
Yeah.
also a Chelsea fan, right? What have you made of the change of ownership with Chelsea and what Chelsea's been doing this season in terms of being with Thomas Tuchel through the window shots, they get rid of him, they bring in a new manager from Brighton in Graham Potter, and look what he's doing now, winning games for Chelsea. How do you feel about what Chelsea's been doing this season in general?
Yeah. With the ownership, obviously it was a mad situation with
Yeah, it's a
obviously the
mad one.
UK,
Still,
and
it's a
it's a
mad one.
mad
Yeah,
thing. You get me?
mad
But
one.
I was obviously gutted because obviously Abramovich's success was mad. You get me? Obviously,
Yeah,
I think we're the most successful club in the last 20 years or something in
Yeah,
England
yeah,
and that,
like,
you know.
yeah,
So
at least
uh,
15, isn't it?
yeah, something like that. So obviously I was like, no, you get me, Abramovich, bro. I was afraid we're gonna get like some next owners like
Some dumb
how
owners, yeah.
some how United fans are there ranting and that and causing
Oh,
ruckus,
go
man.
on, let United have it, man. Let United have it. Go on, please.
I'll let United have it, bro. I'll let them have it. Yeah. I thought we were gonna have to go to Stamford Bridge and do up a madness, but nah, the owners seem good this time. Anyway, they spent a lot of money and
Yeah.
I wasn't a fan of the Tuchel sacking either.
Mm.
But the guy Graham, he seems good. So let's see what he can do.
Yeah, man. I mean, the Tuchel sacking was kind of like a strange one because, to your point, they brought in Aubameyang for him, right?
Mm,
And then he plays one game, and then they sack Tuchel. It made no sense to me. But Aubameyang is a professional, and he's doing well for you guys now. He's doing all right for you guys. Uh, what have you made of his contribution and him signing for Chelsea after playing for Arsenal for the amount of years that he's done?
yeah, obviously Aubameyang. We all know Aubameyang is a
Yeah,
world class striker, but
yeah,
I know Chelsea, man, we're not so lucky with strikers. So
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm actually shocked that he scores goals because I just it's been a long time since what's man have been scoring goals with a striker, man. You get me?
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah, yeah.
what do you think of Aubameyang coming to Chelsea as an Arsenal fan as well? Just wondering.
Um, one, I'd rather him go to Chelsea than go to Tottenham.
Yeah.
That's for sure. I'd rather him go to Chelsea than him go to Tottenham. So, but look, we've done business with Chelsea before. I mean, this dates all the way back to Ashley Cole times when Chelsea took Ashley Cole from us. I mean, we had Peter Check from you guys. We've had William from you guys. We've had some dead players from you guys, by the way.
Mm,
We've been so duds every time we get a player from
yeah.
Chelsea. We got Gallas from you, man. Like it's been peak, you know what I mean? But
Mm,
um about Aubameyang going to Chelsea, I think is a good thing for Aubameyang. And it didn't we didn't even sell him directly to you guys. We gave him away to Barca. We gave him
yeah.
away for nothing to Barca, and then Barca cashed in 30 million off of him to you, man. So, but I think he's gonna do well for you guys. Aubameyang is just one of these guys that maybe after 2-3 seasons he starts to want out. He did it for us. He scored
Yeah.
a lot of goals for us, but he doesn't like. It seems to me that he doesn't like to be in one place for too long. And there's some
Yeah.
managers
Yeah.
like that. There are some players like that. They just want to do their 2-3 years and then move on. But it's what they do
Balance.
when
Yeah.
they're with you. And I feel like Aubameyang can with Aubameyang in the Chelsea team, it gives them a good chance to definitely make top four this year and go far in the Champions League competition. So I think it's a good signing for you lot, especially bringing in someone like Raheem Sterling as well.
Mm,
You brought in Koulibaly. You brought in some very very good players for the Chelsea team. So it's a case of your new manager putting them together, you know, putting the right tactics together for them to go out there and compete. But Chelsea's a strong club.
yeah.
They have a lot of players that can hurt you on their day. On their day, they have a lot of players
Yeah.
that can get
It's
the
a
job done, man. And yeah, it's definitely one thing that I'm scared of when it comes
yeah.
to Premier League games, man.
Yeah.
Let me ask
It's
you.
definitely a it's definitely an interesting season. Like with it's a bit it was getting a bit boring with like just Manchester City and Liverpool at the top of the league bossing it. You know what I mean? So it's interesting with like Liverpool struggling, Arsenal are looking scary.
Yeah,
The new Chelsea. Everyone's. It's a bit different this season. So it's interesting still.
very very interesting season. So where would you like to see Chelsea finish this season? What would be an acceptable season for you? If say come end of the season, what would count as, you know what, we did all right this season and we move to next season? What would you be happy with?
I think just getting closer, not maybe not winning the league, but just trying to stay in the race for maybe till the end. That would be a good season, I think, and maybe
Yeah,
like an FA Cup or something like that would be good.
yeah.
What do you think would be good for Arsenal? Because they're looking
Uh,
they're looking scary at the moment at the top.
Bruv, we finish we just lost out to Tottenham end of last season in a disappointing way. Like
Mm,
we had 3 games, we only needed to win one of them, maybe even draw one of them, and we clinched top 4 and we fucked up on all them games. We lost to Tottenham, we lost to Newcastle, we just ruined it, we threw it away. So
mm,
that disappointment is kind of it's kind of almost kicked us on this season, because when we started off this season, to me, top 4 was what I was looking at. Like, just get back in that top
mm.
Champions League spot, and then go from there. Maybe grab a cup along the way, or at least go deep in a cup run. Um, but now that we're where we are, I want a title
You have to
race.
be thinking, yeah. You have to be thinking that title now,
You know what I mean?
man.
Now that we're where we are,
Especially,
because expectations changes in it during the season, and it just depends where you are, because once you are where you are, your expectation has got to change. So for
yeah,
me, I want to be in the title race, like you said. You know what I mean? I want to at least be deep into a title race, and maybe come up come up with a cup as well. Maybe even win the Europa League. That's the one that I really want to win, because Arsenal hasn't won
yeah.
a European Cup in donkeys. I can't remember the last time we even seen a European Cup, and Chelsea keeps getting it done with managers that are not even permanent managers, but you man bring some interim managers in and they win you Champions Leagues, man. I
That
don't
doesn't
know
make
how
sense.
you man do it.
It doesn't make sense,
I
bro.
don't know how you man do it, man. I don't know how you man do it. It's
but
annoying, but you man love
but yeah, like I said, I try keep up with like I mostly just watch the big games if it's not Chelsea that.
it. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So in my head, I haven't watched Arsenal play in a minute. So
Mm.
when they are like they were going at like they weren't just counter attacking Liverpool, like they were passing the ball, like they're playing beautiful football against Liverpool. So that just changed my whole. I couldn't believe this is Arsenal, bro. Like
Yeah, man. We got a lot of
they did,
hungry youths, man. We got a lot of hungry youths. These
yeah,
kids are
yeah, yeah,
hungry,
yeah.
man. You know what I mean? And they're
Mm,
doing their thing. And long may it continue. Hey, Kenny, we 28 minutes in. Thank you so much for your time.
that's
You have been you've been a good sport. You've been fantastic. Very generous to us. Hopefully down the line, I hope to be able to bring you back on the channel. Maybe if we break down some fights with
100%, bro.
us. You know what I mean? We'll watch some fights together, and you, as a pro fighter, can tell us what us dickheads sitting at home, not knowing what we're watching, can explain it to us. Because sometimes we think we're seeing something and it's so far, we're so off base, it's ridiculous. But
Come like Joe Rogan.
yeah, oh yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? So yeah, man. Hopefully, down the line we can invite you to come and do that with us
Yeah,
if
100%,
that's
bro.
cool with you.
100%.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
We appreciate you, man. Is there anybody you'd like to shout out? Your sponsors, your coaches, your gym, merches that you want to shout out? Please, the floor is yours.
Yeah, I'll just shout out my team. I'll say my family and yeah, everyone knows who they are. Everyone, you forget people
Yeah,
if you
man.
just start shouting out names and that.
Yeah,
So
man.
I'll just say my family and my team, SPG and that. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
God
man.
bless.
Salute to SBG, salute to your team, salute to your family. Big up to everybody that's joined us today, everybody that's watched us live, that's watched us play back. Please, thank you, thank you. Go and follow Kenny Black Diamond Mokhonoana on his page right now. Go and follow him. Go subscribe to his page. Go and, follow his journey. Start supporting him. He's a Chelsea fan as well, a football fan. And yeah, he's looking forward to his team doing some big things this season. And
Mm.
up onto the next video. Hasta la vista. Salute, people.
Yo, guys, this is Adrian Yanez telling you to use those handles. Hit, click, like, and subscribe. Fuck yeah, dudes. If y'all don't do it, man, fucking catch the hands, bro.